Okay, students, now I am discussing the problems under the network analysis. Now, let us see the first problem. So, here you are given the activities A and B and the immediate predecessor. So, this is important for us to draw the network diagram. So, whenever you are given an activity, you should have the immediate predecessor. Okay, now let us see. So, A doesn't have any immediate predecessor. So, here A is the first activity we do. Okay, so here if you see for B activity, the immediate predecessor is A, correct? So this is how I draw. So A is the activity which doesn't have, this is starting point. Usually when you don't have any immediate predecessor, that will be the starting point. So 1 to 2, the activity A is completed, right? So here after completion of A, I will be able to start with B activity. So the successor to A is B, the predecessor to B is A. So this is how the first problem is solved. Next you have the activities A, B and C. So for A activity there is no predecessor, and for B and C, A is the immediate predecessor. So what I should do is I should start with the activity A. See, if you want to start with B and C, you must have completed A activity. So this is a starting point which doesn't have any predecessor. So this is a starting point. Now it will lead to B and C. So here it is B and C. So this is how I draw a network diagram. Okay. So usually we don't, leave the network diagram like this with incompletion. So we complete the loop with a dotted lines. So whenever you put a dotted line like this, it means to say that there is no resources which are used. So this is how it is. Now let us go to the third problem here. So here you are given the activity and the immediate predecessor. So coming down to how to solve this problem, we have seen that for A and B there are no immediate predecessor. So what you are going to do is, so this will have no predecessor. So here it will be A and B. Correct. So A and B doesn't have immediate predecessor. These are the starting points. So this is how I have drawn a diagram, right? So we'll have to start with the network diagram where we don't have immediate. This is a starting point where you might have to complete both the activities. Now after completing A and B, will it be that you have C activity to be done? So here I cannot go ahead with, if we both have got to be completed for me to come with the activity C. So what I should do is I can draw a dummy line like this. So it doesn't require any resources. Okay, so it doesn't require any resources, time or whatever. So I will be able to complete the C activity. So if you observe here, you can draw the dotted lines from either 2 to 3 or 3 to 2. So this can be again drawn it in the other way also, that is, so this is 2, this is 3, correct? So A and B, so both have got to get completed. So here I am drawing the dotted lines from 3 to 2, and this is how I complete the 3 activities A, B and C. So this is how we work out this third problem. Going with the fourth problem here, this is the fourth problem that we have. So here you are given that there are 4 activities, right? So A, B, C, D, correct? So here let us work out how we can start. So for A and B there are no immediate predecessor. So we can start with, the initial point will be, we have to start with A and B. Now if you observe here, these A, for C and D, A and B might have to be completed. So the predecessors are A and B. So here if you observe, if I draw a line like from here, it would be just that, your immediate predecessor will be A. Now hypothetically, if I draw a line here, correct, so I would have completed, so I have to complete both. So what I should do is I should draw a dummy line like this. So now I can say that both are completed, correct. So here it will be C and D. So whenever you see a network diagram, you can't keep it open, you have to complete the loop. So we can draw a dummy line like this. So similarly this can be rewritten, correct. So how I can rewrite this? So both you can draw it either this way or this way. So here A and B are the starting point. So previously I had drawn a dummy line from 2 to 3. So here now I can draw from 3 to 2. So here it will be just that you write down like this and you complete the loop with the dummy lines. So it can be drawn in these two ways. So I'll repeat. So if you see here, there is a requirement for us to draw a dummy line. So when you draw a dummy line, there is no cost involved, no time involved, and no resources does it consume. So this is how it is. It is as good as, when you're doing a cooking. So you will see that, you can cook two food items, right? So simultaneously you will be preparing tea as well as you will be preparing the breakfast. So there if you see, the time consumption is just that, you are completing both the tasks at one time. So this is just that way. Okay, sometimes what happens is parallelly you will be running the activities which does not involve you to spend the money and the cost. So this is how we solve this problem. Now going by the fifth problem here, you are given the activities A, B, C and D, and the immediate predecessors are also given. Now let us see. So when you have no predecessors, that means to say that will be the starting point. So here 1, and from 1 to 2 we are completing A, from 1 to 3 we are completing B. Now if you see here, if I draw a line from here, that would for C activity it would mean that only 2 is completed. So what I can do is I can draw a dummy line either from 2 to 3 or from 3 to 2. So when I draw a line here, so here I cannot draw from 2 to 3 because, so here for the D activity only B has to be completed. So what I should do is I cannot put an arrow mark here. So I have to put arrow mark from 3 to 2. So here for C activity I have predecessors to be A and B, right? And for D it is only B. So if you see here, the arrow mark is not pointing towards 3, it is pointing towards 2. So for D it will be B only will be the predecessor. Now if I draw a line from 2 to 3, it will be just that, it would include that, even A and B would be the predecessors. So this is how I have to draw a line from dummy line from 3 to 2. Now this can be, alternatively solved like this. So here we know that the initial points are A and B. We start with these two activities. Now as I told you, we'll have to draw a dummy line from 3 to 2. So this will lead us to the activity C. Again, you can work out for this particular thing. So now I can draw a dummy line and complete. So you can work out either this way or this way. So this is how we complete this particular problem. So there are, you might have alternate solutions also in case of network analysis that you might have to work out. Okay. So now let us go with the fix the problem. So if you observe here, A and B they don't have any immediate predecessors, so those will be the starting point. For C activity, A and B will have to be completed, so that sends you an information that you will have to draw a dummy line. So for D also, it is just that you will have to complete both A and B, and for E only B will have to be completed. Now let us see how we can draw a network diagram here. So here what I do is I take up two activities, that is A and B. And while drawing the dummy lines, we should be very sure. Okay, so if I draw a line from here to here, it would be that for E, if I work out the network diagram, it would mean that the immediate predecessors are A and B. So this cannot be worked out. Okay, so what I should do is I should draw a dummy line from 3 to 2. Okay, so these two will have to be completed for me to have C and D. C and D have common immediate predecessor, that is A and B. So since I am starting from here, this activity has completed both A and B and it is leading to C and D. Finally, we are left with the activity E, right? So here it is just that you have to make sure that you complete the loop. Okay, so what I should do is I should draw a line from 3 to 5. So this would mean that this is E activity. So if I'm starting from here, it would mean that I have completed B and then I'm, so as I told you, can't keep the nodes like this open. So you have to complete the loop in a network diagram. So this is dummy lines. This is how we can draw the network diagram. There are multiple ways for how you can work out. Only thing is that you should have to satisfy the conditions. That's it. So this is about the solution here for this problem. Now let us go with the seventh problem here. So here you are given the activities and the immediate predecessors and the estimated time. Now let us see. If you observe A here, it doesn't have any immediate predecessor. So that will be the starting point. Okay. So 1 to 2, I complete A. And for here, the time that is required is 2. So I make a note of the time that is involved here. So we can even write within the brackets as well. So you can write it within the brackets like this. Okay. So I will have no immediate predecessor, that sends an information. This is a starting point. For me to complete, for me to start with B and C, I should have A completed. So it will be 3 and 4. So B and C. So the time involved is 3 and for C it is 4. Now for D activity, I should complete both B and C. So here I cannot start from here. So that would mean that immediate predecessor is only B. So what I should do is I should draw a dummy line like this. And then will it be that I will be able to draw the network for the activity D is completed here and I draw. So here if you observe here, for B activity you must have to complete, for E activity you will have to complete the B activity. So if I am putting an arrow here, is it not? That means to say that I have completed B activity when I am taken up this. So later you are given that the for F it is E, correct? So what I should do is I should draw a line here. So for F activity 8 hours is required. So I complete the loop like this. So this is how we draw.